I had to adjust the tripod quite a few times, and
Come on.
but there's good story that came out of tonight. Look, you are taller than Zovila, guys.
Yeah.
And young Louis at Mshengo, how do you say coach Mutik now?
Yes.
Mutik now.
So is 1.47 meters tall. Mina, I'm 1.57 meters tall.
Just that one.
No,
difference.
give me a 10. 4757.
5'7". Oh, okay. Yeah. Angengingeni.
Ngilingana nekhona flag mina ngilingana.
Alright. So I'm not part of this. Coach, just a quick one. 12 men. I love the way you summed it up like stage when you spoke about it. In the previous days, you would not be there as a female athlete. But now today we see you being part of this 12 men of Betway.
Women like me no longer have to fight for a seat on the table, but a chair is put then catered for to say don't sit on that chair because a woman is going to fill that chair. I'm not argument about corner because there's no argument about the males that need to be there, and it's something that's slowly changing. I love the fact that it's going to change a corner. And that means we become triumphant when it's like, because once you're on the table, you become part of the decision makers, and your views, your thinking, your ideas, and your vision is taken into consideration. And because imagine having to fight to get to that table. By the time you get there, you are tired. You no longer even have a sober mind to be able to speak facts, to speak your view, and all of that. But when the playing field is level, you participate equally to the others that are next to you, which are your male counterparts. So when I look at what Betway is doing, for me it is incredible, where you are not begging anybody to say, can I come in, can you just squeeze me in? But they're saying, coach, we are not squeezing you in, you are part of this, you are part of the initiative, the idea behind this, you are a part of it. And in the 12 participants that are here, those names, they didn't have to apply for that, but it's Betway sitting down and saying, these are the participants that we are seeing important to come and join the project for the 2.0 edition. So for me, that is incredible. That is a fight that is won, because then once we are in that space, we can only focus on excelling and being better. We are no longer focusing on how do I fight my way in, but now the fight is how do I stay there and be impactful in them. And it also helps us to not fight where we don't need to fight, and it's lessons to say we must not also feel entitled to be in those spaces, because if we force our way to be in spaces where we are not wanted, we don't end up getting the full package and the full ride, a joy ride. Seeing myself standing next to big legends that are there. Shaba is a legend. Lucas Khatewe is a legend. Jacques is a good legend. And I look at myself and I say, I'm amongst legends, rubbing shoulders with them. I'm seen as an equal to them. That makes me proud, because a young woman, a young lady, or even a woman who's older than me is standing or is sitting in the crowd and is saying, that woman is doing it with so much confidence. I get to inspire her with something that I'm already doing, not something that I think I want to do, because people relate with what they see. So for me, it is incredible to be in this space. It's a breakthrough. To be quite honest and frank with you, it's a breakthrough, because then it allows us to be able to expand, and it challenges us more to say we are not coming into this space to compete with our male counterparts, but to complement what the system has created. And that is important for us to understand as women in this space, to say mangena lapayana angisebenze ngokukhulu ukuzikhandla, so that the next woman that must come must continue working athole sekulula ngoba mina ngifikile ngapave indlela. I don't want to be the only woman. I want to be one of the women, because that is a syndrome that we sit on, So for me, and I always say for me, because it resonates with me so much, to say indlela makuthiwa indlela ibuzwa ngoba phambili akusuke kungashiwo entirely ukuthi buza labaya ngoba yibo abazi indlela, but kusuke kuthiwa laba balapha phambili bayihambile bavulela abanye abeza ngasemuva ukuthi abaqhubeke, because abadlule kuqala yibona abayivulile indlela bakhanda ama-footsteps. So you continue on those footsteps and say, I'm standing on the shoulders of giants. If I'm the first one, I don't want to be the only one. So Betway is saying to me, Simphiwe, you are worthy. they're giving me confidence, they're giving me a license to continuously operate in my superior form, and I need to do it diligently. I need to be cognizant of a space and the fact that I can impact, I have a voice, I have to do it diligently. And it's those opportunities that we are always looking for, because I need to find 10 more Simphiwes that will be 10 times better than me. I don't want Kubo Simphiwe kuphela or no.
Coach, you work in a very difficult space samachita. You do TV, you do all of that, and Jomasona says akaibukeli football because suka semncwabeni, and I know you don't spend most of your time watching football. What do you make of what is happening kwi-league yethu yasekasi with a team like Sundowns dominating and taking 7 times championships without being opposed by anyone?
I think it's painful for me because I know what we can become. We can see 16 teams that look like Sundowns. We can see 32 teams that replicate what Sundowns is doing, and 32 saying top flight in the next first division, and so forth. It is painful to see what talent goes to waste. Talent is not nurtured. Talent is not identified on time and diligently so, because we are always focusing at the top. But who, I guess, to get to the top, quality. It's those young players that come from the ground up. Now, coaches that need to be doing that are not well taken care of. They're not well remunerated. They're not given enough opportunities. Some are denied opportunities to be educated into that space, where they are the ones that are the real custodians of making sure that there's a product that comes out. Now, one of the reasons that I feel pain when I'm watching football is that you can see the potential, but it's pelela ku potential. Why singasaphasi sidlule siye ngaphezulu? As Africa, we are behind in season. Right now, the Europe and leading countries, bagusam siguwinter tina. We are already behind. The trends are changing. Right now, there's a Euro that's happening. There's already different formations, different ways of doing things, and all of that. Tina sigu.
Yeah, coach. I wanted us to talk about Banyana and the preparations that they've been going through, the camps that they've been having. What do you make of the recent crop and the team that we continue to have? I mean, we've won the WAFCON with majority of these players. You are big on talent development. What do you make of this current crop that we have?
We have a golden generation of players. How long will they sustain us and keep producing results like this for us? Let me take it back. When I was doing the Kosiame long-term athlete development, the reason I did it is because I chose a topic specifically because I looked at Bafana Bafana 94, we got our freedom and all of that. 96, we won the AFCON. 2098 Saya France, we did well. 2002 Saya World Cup. What happened next? We started trickling down. We were no longer dominating in Africa and all of that until now with the recent AFCON. There was a golden generation of players and all of that. The same thing might happen to Banyana. 2019 we went to the World Cup. 2023 we went to the World Cup. Manja's qualifying for an Olympics. It's already twice.
It must have been said
that we haven't qualified for the Olympics. Now let's look at the youth teams that are supposed to be qualifying for the World Cups, under 17s, under 20. That's where these players come through and get to Banyana. Lack of funding, lack of resources, lack of competition is what is making our game very stagnant. And likewise, even in the men's game, because lack of competition that is impactful, that is meaningful, that is fast-tracking the game, that is fast-tracking the players, the coaches, the administrators, everybody. It's a holistic approach. You can't just look at the players, because for a team manager, a diligent, a team is oranagal. For a team manager, a diligent, it means a team may ranagahle, ucoach uthola izinto zakhe ngesikhathi, ucoach uthola abadlali abalandela iprogram ngesikhathi. So even with the women's game, we were happy and we were fortunate because 2019 to qualify for the World Cup with the Sasso League only, and now we qualified for the UAFCON Sailina. That was beautiful. We went to the World Cup for the first time, Sapumagu group stage. There needs to be a continuity, but the continuity yenzeka nge-consistency yama-resources, nge-consistency ye-commitment to the game, not just Banyana. There needs to be a professional league that is run well and like ibhasi elingastaki elikwazi ukukhuphuka ene-steep lingabi nenkinga mali arrest laphana li-reste kahle liphinde ukwazi ukukhuphuka kahle. But if we don't take care of those things, we are still gonna see ourselves being stagnant, because the rest of Africa is going better and better at us. East Africa is coming up. West Africa and Sakulumi, they are the ones that we are always competing with. North Africa, Algeria, Morocco, Egypt, they are coming up because they've got leagues that are amplifying and improving their game. So we need to be able to say, as an Africa, let's take it even more.
I say, Vale, Coach. Yo, it was mouthful. I'm quite happy with that, but this does not just end here. We need to continue. Asbong. Hey, Asbong, Coach.